All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. All right, so this live stream, we're going to talk about the keys to investing. In my opinion, the keys to investing is patience and conviction. Patience and conviction. A lot of you will have the information to make the investment. You may put yourself in a position where you're in the right place, right time. But if you don't have the patience and you don't have conviction, it's not going to work out for you. And the reason why I bring this up is because we are going through a crypto bull cycle right now. And I think a lot of what makes people not successful in the crypto market is not having patience and not having conviction, right? So patience for and I'm using the crypto market because it's the most it's the recent uptick in prices we've seen. I mean, we've seen some parabolic moves in the stock market with Nvidia, Coinbase, MicroStrategy, and plays like that. But right now, we're seeing it in crypto. So the patience piece comes for me, at the beginning of the bear market, right? For me, a lot of the people that are successful in the crypto space, they end up purchasing the assets they want to hold through the bull market in the bear market, right? Or at least, I would say at least a year or two out, right? And it takes patience to hold those assets for 2 to 3 years before the bull market even starts. But a lot of you don't have the ability to do that, right? Because you're used to quick gains. You're used to people posting on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, showing that they made, $20,000-$30,000 in a day, and that's what you're used to. I think the reason why people don't have patience is because we're in a society now where people want quick information. People want quick results, right? It's even with the content as well. I mean, you see the shift in content online. People like quick content, 10 to 20 second videos. This is why TikTok has become so popular, and you've seen platforms like Instagram, Facebook adopt reels and short clips and things like that, because people just don't want to sit down and be patient and take in information, right? They don't want to sit down through a 10 to 20 minute video to get them the information they need to end up making the best investment decision. And that's a problem. I think quick information's good in some instances, but at some point, and the reason why I say patience and conviction, because in order to have patience, it's key that you have conviction, right? You're not going to have patience if you don't have conviction in your play. So they kind of go hand in hand. And I would say you would need conviction first, right? And the way you get that is doing the research. In my opinion, these days, paying for information, because what I've learned, a lot of what makes a stock goes up are insiders, right? People that know what's going on. And a lot of this stuff is like programmed in prior to the stock even moving up. A lot of these things are spoken about behind doors, and you don't even know about it because you're not privy to certain information. So you need to have conviction, right? And again, the way you get that is making sure you have the best information. A lot of you don't like to pay for information. You think it's a lot to pay for a course, right? That costs $200 to $300, or keep up with the market. Maybe you need to buy a subscription service, and it costs you $70 to $80 a month, right? I could tell you that in order for me to get conviction in the plays in the crypto market, I had to pay thousands of dollars for information, right? And then that's not including all the information that I got by myself, long nights. I watch videos every day on YouTube. Every day on YouTube, I'm watching videos from different creators, getting different opinions, right? Ultimately, it's my say when it comes to what I'm going to invest in and things like that. But, you want to get opinions from everybody else, and that's how you build up your conviction. You get enough opinions, you do your own research, and you get enough quality looks at the topic you're trying to understand, and over time you get conviction, right? And so, yeah, I said patience and conviction, but I think you need the conviction first, right? There's no way you're gonna have patience if you don't have conviction, and you see that in the crypto market now. People may be in a quality project, but it goes up 100 to 200%, and depending on how much you put in, that's a good amount to potentially start withdrawing profit. But that same cryptocurrency may go up 1800 to 2000%, and since you didn't have conviction in the play, you sold early, right? And I'm not saying you can't sell early or you can't take profit, but you should be, you should understand what you're investing in, and you should have conviction in the play. And every little spike, you shouldn't be wondering, oh, should I sell now? I get that all the time, especially like with family members and just friends and stuff like that. Oh, like the market went up 10%. Should we think about selling? No, right? Like you should understand market cap. That's a big thing too. A lot of people don't understand market cap. That's why you have a lot of people saying, oh, if only Shiba goes to $1, right? Well, Shiba's at 20, 30 billion already, and it's at 2 cents. For it to go to $1, I mean, it has to be in the $1 trillion market cap. So understanding as well, understanding what it takes to move a stock or move a crypto will give you conviction, right? I'm not going to bet that Shiba will go to $1 if I already know it's at $30 billion market cap and it's at a 2 cent valuation. I know it's probably not physically possible for Shiba, for that much liquidity to go into Shiba, right? So again, understanding the market will give you conviction depending on what market you're in, and being patient. Now, patience, once you have the conviction, the patience comes again from having the conviction, but then you also need to have a realistic time frame in which your asset is going to mature. A lot of you want your asset to mature 2 to 3 months into into when you invested in it. You invested in it 1 month, and then 2 months later, you're asking, should we start selling? I think you should expect a 3 to 5 year time frame for every investment. And again, it has to, now it just depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do a short term investment, maybe it's less than a year, but that's your decision. But I'm talking about like for quality investments, most of them will be 3 to 5 years, right? And that's typically not including the research you've done. You typically got to do at least like 6 months to a year worth of research, and then add additional 3 to 5 years for that asset to mature, right? Because there's a time, there's a time frame in which you need to actually learn about the asset, right? You're not just going to invest, or you shouldn't just be investing into an asset. So you got to account for the 6 to 12 months for you to be comfortable, again, have that conviction, and then the patience will be like a 3 to 5 year time frame to let that asset mature, right? And you're getting out when everybody's getting in, and you're sitting pretty because you had patience. But yeah, I say that to say that patience and conviction is the number one thing. A lot of people do have the information, it doesn't really matter where you get it from. A lot of people do have the right information, but they lack the patience and conviction to really see the fruits of their investment, and see that investment blossom to what it should be, because you sold early or you got scared or whatever, right? So just know that patience and conviction is the number one thing that's going to help you when it comes to investing. And again, I say this now because we are in a crypto bull market, and if you expect to make 6 figures or 7 figures when it comes to the crypto market, you're definitely going to need some patience and conviction, right? And a lot of it. And if you don't have that, expect to sell early or expect to sell too late or expect not to be in the right project because you don't have conviction, you didn't do the right research. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about the keys to investing. A lot of people say, you got to look at the balance sheet, you got to look at the financials, and all that stuff is great. But once you really get down to it, and you have the right asset in front of you, do you have the patience? Do you have the conviction? Also, the conviction is going to allow you to go in a lot heavier. I know most people, when they invest, they try to be cheap with it and like, oh, I'll just put 500 to $1,000. A lot of the times you need minimum like 10K to make a difference, right? Because if you put $1,000 and you get 100% on your money, $2,000 is really not going to move the needle on your wealth. So you need to have enough conviction where you don't mind putting $10,000 to $20,000, $30,000. I tell people this all the time. They have so much money in the bank, but again, their conviction is so low, and a lot of the times it's because they've just been out of the space. That's why I tell people at least 10 to 15 minutes a day looking at mortgage rates or looking at whatever you're into, looking at cryptos, looking at stock. I look at it every day. Now, once this bull market's over, I'm not going to lie, I'll probably won't look at it as much because I'm going to need a break. I've been looking at it for the last 3-4 years almost every day, but I'm still going to keep up with the market, right? But I think once you get to these intense times, especially when you're in like a crypto bull market, you need to be attentive. But yeah, I think like you need to having enough conviction will allow you to put huge amounts of money, 100, 200,000 into a play. Now, when you double that, you get an additional 200,000. What that's going to do is it's going to open your eyes to the possibility of just making a lot more money, opposed to, you had 40,000 in the bank, but you really didn't have much conviction, so you only put $1,000 in. So it's things like that really help you out when you have conviction and you have patience, and you need to keep all that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I appreciate you guys tuning into the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.